Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell you the truth about silver. Today is Tuesday, the 16th of November, 2021. And we're producing our Tuesday morning gold and silver price update, forecast and daily news. As cryptocurrency prices collapse this morning, gold is on the rise and UK interest rate rises also threaten. Let's take a look. Welcome to Illuminati Silver. It's Tuesday, the 16th of November, 2021 at 10:10 a.m. The weather today, calm, peaceful, serene. Yes, nothing is happening. It just looks like a calm day with a serene attitude, even though there are some white clouds floating above, but moving very, very slowly. There are clouds above Prince Andrew, but maybe they're moving a little faster. The headline today says Prince Andrew's £1.5 million loan paid off by top political donor. And he could also face trial in a lawsuit next fall. Look at this donor. One of the British Conservative Party's biggest donors transferred £1.5 million, which is $2 million, to Prince Andrew days after the Prince borrowed a similar amount from a Luxembourg private bank, controlled by the businessman's family. David Rowland wired the money to a London account at Bank Haveland, SA, held by the Queen of England's second son in December 2017. The transfer was earmarked for repayment of a £1.5 million loan from Bank Haveland the Prince had taken out just 11 days earlier. Isn't that wonderful, to borrow money from a bank and then pay it back within 11 days? The transactions offer a unique insight into something the British public has puzzled over for years: how Andrew could afford his lavish lifestyle on a relatively modest stipend. Now, we won't go into that any further. It's just a little bit of gossip for Tuesday morning. Now, we mentioned yesterday the potential for the UK's Bank of England to raise rates in December, and the fears that traders and economists have that this may happen. Well, this is further reinforced today. UK labour market data strengthens case for Bank of England rate rises. The UK labour market strengthened after the government's benefit programme for those out of work in the pandemic came to an end, bolstering the case for the Bank of England to raise interest rates as soon as next month. Companies added 160,000 more people to their payrolls in October, while vacancies surged to a record high. The figures suggest very few of the 1.1 million workers who were on furlough became unemployed when the programme finished in September. Now, our view, we can see the bank raising rates in December, but perhaps not by the full 0.25% that the market is suggesting. However, there is a fair amount of time still to wait until that decision has to be made. And with the Prime Minister suggesting that we may have further lockdowns in December, Boris Johnson warns UK lockdown is possible with NHS struggling. If that does happen, then the rise is less likely to occur. What is also happening are home asking prices are falling. The price of UK homes coming to the market fell at the sharpest pace since the height of the national coronavirus lockdown in January. The property website, Rightmove, said the 0.6% decline in November followed a 1.8% surge the month before and brought the average asking price to £342,000, or $458,000. Rightmove attributed the drop to a pre-Christmas lull following the end of a tax break on property purchases on the 30th of September. It also noted that December is usually the slowest month of the year for the market and that the dip is likely to prove short-lived. And we agree. We cannot see anything other than significant interest rate rises actually dampening this market. And bearing in mind the relatively calm market we have had over the last 12 months simply because of lockdowns. People were not moving. So there is an increasing pent-up demand. And we are probably looking to that demand really coming to the full after Christmas. In Reuters, Biden raises human rights. Xi warns of Taiwan red line in 3-hour talk. Yes, Xi and Biden both had their, I almost said Zoom conference. I don't think it was held on Zoom, but both had their virtual conference yesterday, putting forward their views. Business news, jobs recovery continues despite end of furlough. Rents rising at fastest pace in 13 years. 5 items that are going up in price, garden fences and savoury snacks like crisps. US news. Basically, jury to decide fate of Rittenhouse. Trump ally Bannon defiant after surrender to the FBI. Whatever one may think of Bannon, you have to admire his chutzpah. He gave quite a forceful speech yesterday. What's also forceful is the rise of the dollar. Going further, remember we said 95 will lead to 96, won't be long. 95.5, up 0.11. Dollar index moving strongly. Oil prices, though, also going up marginally, roughly $0.50. Stocks, although down in the US yesterday, it was basically unchanged because we're talking at less than 0.07%. Asia Pacific in positive territory, but again broadly only up 0.1%, except for the Hang Seng, which is up 1.2%. And in Europe and UK this morning, a little bit of a mixed bag, but broadly up 0.25%. Economic data important today. Retail sales. That may move markets, depending obviously on what the figure comes in at. The market forecast is 1.5%. We shall see if that happens. Import price index also important, and industrial production. So we shall take an interesting look at those. Tomorrow then, we broadly just have building permits and housing starts, and then Thursday's the next important day because we have the jobless claims. But for the week, today is the most important in our view. So we'll wait and see what happens there. Gold price is on the rise at last, and you can see from this chart the vacillation. But admittedly, we are talking only a difference of about, $15 to $16 between highs and lows here. But nevertheless, gold is doing quite well at 1,873. Silver ever so slightly marginally down, but frankly, it is vacillating like gold as well. And so at any moment it's up slightly or it's down slightly accordingly. Interestingly, we'll expect further movement today. We did see a video where someone put out, we won't name him, but he says, gold's had it, just buy silver. Well, if the economy picks up, then we would agree. We wouldn't say gold's had it, but we'd say, yes, silver has got more potential. But if there are further lockdowns, then the opposite would be the case. We'd see gold outperforming silver, short term at least. Longer term, people know we are bullish silver, but it is going to take a while to play out, and a lot longer than many of the pumpers predict. Cryptocurrencies. Now, one of the reasons we waited till after 10 o'clock is that cryptocurrencies are crashing at the moment. Bitcoin is down 10% in the last 24 hours, and a lot of this happened approximately 4 hours ago and ongoing. Ethereum, the number 2, is down 11%. So we're seeing now quite a significant fall in cryptocurrency prices, which are frightening a lot of people, we hasten to add. And the market cap overall is down 8.5% at 2.6 trillion. Some are saying this is just a fallback after recent gains and that it will recover. We'll wait and see. So everything's based on retail sales today. What are your thoughts? Please share them with us. Let us know what you think is going to happen to gold and silver prices. And let's not forget, at the moment, apart from today's news, keep an eye on China. It's not a country we should ignore lightly. Thank you so much for listening. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, press the bell sign. Until tomorrow. Illuminati silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice and merely represent the personal views of its owners.